Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we can discuss Garfield, the movie. That's right, this is the one I'm sure everybody has been waiting for. So in this movie, Garfield is completely content. He's the center of attention. His owner, John Arbuckle, dotes on him constantly. He pretty much runs the show. He runs the neighborhood. But then John tries to impress a vet tech, and so and partially, he's still a good guy, so he adopts the dog with good intentions, but part of it is definitely to try to impress this vet tech that he wants to romance. Things don't go as expected at home. Garfield doesn't get along, doesn't like sharing the spotlight, doesn't like sharing food, doesn't like sharing, anything. He's not happy that his friends in the neighborhood like Odie. So that causes problems. He tries to get Odie out of the house, but then when Odie is actually like kidnapped, Garfield flips out and decides he's got to, try to rescue him. So this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and it's so close to being like so bad that it's entertaining. But like I think what really stands out to me about this movie is just that this doesn't feel like Garfield at all. Like the Garfield in the movie is this just awful CGI, just awful Frankenstein creation. It looks awful. Every other animal in the movie is like either an actual real animal or just a really low end CGI but realistic version of an animal, and then you just have this ridiculous cartoon cat in the middle of all of it. Normal doesn't look like Normal. Odie doesn't look like Odie. It just doesn't feel like Garfield. And on top of that, Bill Murray gives one of the laziest, worst voice acting performances I've ever heard. Garfield on the old cartoons and stuff was never like super expressive, but it definitely wasn't just constant monotone. There was a little bit of like acidic wit to the voice acting. Here, that's definitely not the case. He sleepwalks through it, which is really funny to me at sometimes. But overall, it just wasn't enough to make me like appreciate it from like a camp perspective. I thought this movie was boring. I thought it was definitely not in the spirit of Garfield. But, whatever. It's a kid's movie, so it's hard to be difficult about it. If you've got kids that like Garfield, they'll probably like it. But if you're like here for nostalgia, this is not a nostalgic Garfield experience. That's my review of Garfield the movie. If you want to check out more, go to markfusion.com or go right here on YouTube and check out my movie review playlist. But thank you so much for watching this one. I do greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you soon.